Good morning, Michael here, and our devotion today, it reminds me of sometimes when people are not able to get still. Old people used to say, "What, you have ants in your pants?" Sometimes being still is really challenging, especially if you don't have that confidence or you're not hearing from the Lord. And our index verse actually comes from Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And to give it context, we have to remember earlier in the book, the Pharaoh in Egypt had summoned Moses and Aaron by night and said, "Up, go out from among my people, both you and the people of Israel, and go serve the Lord as you have said. Take your flocks and your herds as you have said, and be gone, and bless me too." But in chapter 14, let's just read from verse 5. When the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, the mind of Pharaoh and his servants was changed towards the people, and they said, "What is this that we have done, that we have let Israel go from serving us?" So he made ready his chariot and took his army with him, and took 600 chosen chariots and all the other chariots of Egypt, with officers all of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued the people of Israel, while the people of Israel were going out defiantly. The Egyptians pursued them, all Pharaoh's horses and chariots, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them, encamped by the sea, by Pihahiroth, in front of Baal-zephon. When Pharaoh drew near, the people of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians were marching after them, and they feared greatly. And the people of Israel cried out to the Lord. They said to Moses, "Is it because there are no graves in Egypt that you have taken us away to die in the wilderness? What have you done to us in bringing us out of Egypt? Is not this what we said to you in Egypt? Leave us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians. For it would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." And Moses said to the people, "Fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." And this is the index verse. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. And Spurgeon comments, these words contains God's command to the believer when he is reduced to great straits and brought into extraordinary difficulties. He cannot retreat. He cannot go forward. He is shut up on the right hand and on the left. What is he now to do? The Master's word to him is, stand still. It will be well for him if at such times he listens only to his Master's word. For other and evil advisers come with their suggestions. Despair whispers, "Lie down and die. Give it all up." But God would have us put on a cheerful courage, and even in our worst times, rejoice in his love and faithfulness. Cowardice says, "Retreat, go back to the worldling's way of action." I said, "Return to your vomit." You cannot play the Christian's part. It is too difficult. Relinquish your principles. But however much Satan may urge this curse upon you, you cannot follow it if you are a child of God. His divine fiat has bid thee go from strength to strength. And so thou shalt, and neither death nor hell shall turn thee from thy course. What if for a while you are called to stand still? Yet this is but to renew thy strength for some greater advance in due time. Precipitancy cries, "Do something! Stir yourself!" To stand still and wait is sheer idleness. We must be doing something at once. We must do it so we think, instead of looking to the Lord, who will not only do something, but will do everything. Presumption boasts. If the sea be before you, march into it and expect a miracle. But faith listens neither to presumption, nor to despair, nor to cowardice, nor to precipitancy, but it hears God say, stand still. And immovable as a rock it stands. Stand still. Keep the posture of an upright man, ready for action, expecting further orders, cheerfully and patiently awaiting the directing voice. And it will not be long ere God shall say to you, as distinctly as Moses said it to the people of Israel, go forward. Wow. Confidence in God really puts you in a position to hear from God and to obey God. God bless the reading of His Word. Until next time, Michael here, declaring, Jesus is Lord.